Hey there, sports fans. Smoke Stark here with Peter Quenneville of the Brandon Wheat Kings. So you won 7-4 against the Prince George Cougars. Did you think it was going to be such a close battle?
Yeah, I think coming in here, to start our West Coast trip, I think we thought that, it was going to be a challenge and we're going to have to work hard. And, we weren't overly happy with our game tonight. We felt that we weren't as disciplined and we were a little bit scrambly. Fortunately enough, we scored enough goals to get the 2 points, but we definitely have a lot of getting better to do.
And part of that play that was seen is you have a good transition game. Is that something that the coach really tries to emphasize?
Absolutely. We're working on, our entries and stuff on the rush all the time, and I think that's definitely a strength of ours. But we've definitely got some stuff that we got to work on, whether it's in zone play or defensive zone stuff like that. But I think that would definitely be a strength of ours.
And you yourself got an assist today. You played a big time minutes. Can you sort of assess your game for us?
I felt I played pretty well, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I think we'd like to minimize maybe the goals against us, and I think as a line, we gave one up, and that's definitely something that we're not going to be too happy about. So I think overall as a line and offensively we were strong, but I think we got a lot of getting better to do in our own zone.
And speaking of strength, you are 6th in the CHL standings. What has really contributed to that success?
I think it's still pretty early, but we've gotten off to a good start. We've shown our ability to score. And I think, that's what's allowed us to beat quite a few teams early on, is putting up quite a few goals. But I think, as we move through this West Coast trip and continue to play stronger teams, we're going to have to be a lot better defensively. And I think, that's something that the coach is definitely stressed, and we're going to continue to work on moving forward.
And now we're going to do 4 different kinds of smoke. I'm going to ask you 4 random questions. First off, I know you like the Brandon Wheat Kings logo, and obviously the Columbus Blue Jackets, as you are a draft pick of theirs. But other than those 2, what's your favorite logo in sports?
I'd say probably the Toronto Blue Jays. Being a Canadian kid and a big baseball fan, I'm a diehard Blue Jays fan. So, unfortunately, another year where they disappointed us, but I'd say definitely the Blue Jays.
I mean, next we got, obviously, there's many players that you might have looked up to in the NHL. Who's your favorite player growing up?
I think for the most part, since about 10, I'd say, depending on when he broke in, was Sidney Crosby. I mean, he's been, the most dominant player in the NHL for a long time, and, I'm still a big fan of Sid, but I think recently Steven Stamkos, the last 4 or 5 years, proven to be the most dangerous sniper in the league. So I think those are 2 guys that I really look up to.
Well, he was certainly a Canuck killer the other night. A really fun one is Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
I think definitely Harry Potter. Growing up, just one of those kids that saw all the movies and, never really gotten into the Lord of the Rings, although I've heard that it's a pretty great series, but I'd say Harry Potter all the way.
And lastly, one that makes some people blush, your favorite crush in movies or television?
Ooh, I would say Minka Kelly from Friday Night Lights. She's a smoker for sure.
Well done. Well, that has been Peter Quenneville of the Brandon Wheat Kings beating the Prince George Cougars 7-4. This is Smoke Stark, and thanks for listening.